Welcome back, everybody, to Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room. My name's Cordell.
And I'm not.
And, you know, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas, it isn't far off. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to give you a survival guide on how to survive the holidays.
Specifically your family members.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, for me, most of my family members are cool. There's one or two that I'm not going to name that I'm kind of like, well, if you didn't show up, I wouldn't be opposed.
I mean, yeah, everybody's got that one aunt that she shows up, and she only showed up because if she wasn't invited, she would have thrown a Duraflame log through the window during Christmas dinner. That's just how it goes. We know that. So we invite Aunt Alice to Thanksgiving for reasons of our own safety.
Right.
So when it comes to Thanksgiving time, the first tip I can give you is ask everyone, let's not talk about our social lives, please. My social life is all mine. I don't want you prodding and poking at what I do behind closed doors.
Yeah, to a certain effect, of course, just because, like, I'm sure your parents kind of not want to know what you're doing a little bit.
But they don't have to know everything.
No, not everything.
They don't have to know everything. That's,
just the little things.
You have rights.
I'm still breathing, so that's part of the social aspect.
That's the biggest part. You show up and you're not maimed. You're not missing any limbs.
Yeah.
You're all in one piece and you're breathing.
You're making a TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd talk about this one, and you should talk to your parents about this new show that you're watching.
Yeah, of course. Please spread the word to your families. This is great family fun.
Yeah.
For the whole family. I said family twice in that sentence.
Moving on to the next one is relationships is kind of something you want to avoid as much as possible. Just because it's going to start getting personal, and then it's going to start getting question after question after question, and eventually they're going to want to meet them.
I don't have a girlfriend, but last Thanksgiving my mom said, I'd be okay if Cordell came home with a baby. And
shout out to Cordell's mom.
How's it going, Mom? That was terrifying. So relationships are completely off the table when it comes to the holidays from now on. I've stated that rule. You need to make boundaries with your family when it comes to holidays. And
I think once you get engaged, then you can start talking about it.
Yeah.
But
or into a serious relationship in general. Like we're going on 6 months, and this is getting pretty serious. We can talk about it now, but
just ever so slightly.
Exactly.
And then get into it once you're engaged, because then it's at that point it's family. So I mean, no.
So next thing you don't want to talk about is school. School is the worst to talk about it. Grades, all that kind of stuff. It's really just a bummer. It's not.
You're trying to get away from school.
Exactly.
And then
it's your break.
And then you go back into school, and you're just like, this is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. And not wanting to talk about grades at all is another big thing. And like projects, and you're just like, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. I just want to eat food and sleep.
Lots of sleeping. Turkey, I know it's not just me. It puts everybody out. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, turkey.
Turkey? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, either that or a lot of mashed potatoes kind of puts me out.
I'm a big fan of the stuffing. My mom makes a real good stuffing, or dressing, as some people call it. Those heathens.
The heathens.
It's stuffing. Let's get that on the table right now.
But yeah, overall, you just kind of want to become a ghost, as we want to call it.
Yeah, be a ghost.
Be in the background as much as possible, which can be hard if you have a small family.
Exactly. But hang out with your cousins, your siblings, the people who you can.
If you get along with them.
Yeah, if you get along with them, obviously. But the people who you can actually tell your mischievous stories to, those are the people you definitely want to hang around more. Whereas the adults, let them do their thing. I mean, you technically are an adult now.
In some cases.
In body.
We're not.
Well, no. Not at all. You've been watching the show. You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's all about keeping yourself as sane as possible during the holiday season.
Right. And it's really going to be hard because usually there's only so many subjects that family can talk to you about. Because they can only relate to you in certain ways because you don't really have a job on like a big, my mom calls it the big boy job. And so the only thing they have they can ask you is either that school, relationship, or social life. But like to me, there's so much more than just those three aspects that they can talk to you about.
Sure,
just like, I don't know, things I enjoy doing.
Yeah, there's football going on during Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
sports.
We can talk about a multitude of things, but I'm on break I don't want to be questioned.
Netflix is an easy one to go to.
Yes.
Like if you lean on like certain things like that when it comes to things you read, watch. If you're, like I said, we're doing a show, that's a big thing that you can talk about, kind of what you're going through and all that fun stuff. So there's plenty more to talk about than the stuff that really, I don't know, is very personal, and you're just like, I don't care, and neither do you, I don't think.
Exactly. I mean, for me, like I really got into Walking Dead one Thanksgiving, like because it was all on Netflix, and my uncle, we sat down and we watched like 3 seasons in the course of 2 days.
There you go.
That's one thing. My family, when we play Pinochle, we are silent.
Oh.
No one says anything. It gets competitive.
Yeah, the only thing with that is it depends on the board game or whatever game you're playing. It can get, like, Monopoly is definitely one you stray away from. We do, for sure. I know there's a lot of families that do the same thing.
I don't play Monopoly in general. I've lost so many friendships because of Monopoly.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing with family at that point.
Once you start putting hotels on Boardwalk, you're no longer a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to land there and lose all my money, and you're a butt for doing that. But make sure you're having those boundaries with your family. Let them know, hey, I don't want to talk about this because it's my break.
Yeah.
And we have so much more we can talk about. I'll let you know what's going on and all these other things when it becomes relevant to me.
Yeah.
So we're going to come back in just a little bit with another couple tips for you guys. But for now, this has been Two Dudes in a Room.
All right, welcome back to Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room. My name is Zach.
And I'm not.
And so into the second half of this tip for surviving family members, this is I think if you take it to the extreme, but also I think you could find these very useful.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so
yes.
the first one.
I'm on board.
Absolutely. The first one is if you're not in the location that you're used to, meaning you're not at your house or your family's house that you used to live in, you're at a other individual family. So what you need to do is you need to find all of the exits.
Yes.
So you know where the quick exits are for those awkward situations. And so you know, like when you're on an airplane, you know where the emergency exits are.
Someone usually tells you there. You have to figure it out for yourself. You have to make sure that if something goes awry, you know exactly where to go to get out of the house as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. It would be nice if they lit up the way for you just in case.
Yeah, like, you know, in that episode of Big Bang Theory where there's like the luminescent paint on the ground,
Yeah.
like leading towards the exit. That
Right.
would be great
Yep.
if my family would do that for me. They won't.
You have to leave like chicken crumbs
Yeah, like
or
breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs along the way, so you know just in case which way to go.
It's that's a really good tip in my opinion. You know, something's getting a little heated argument at the table, the dinner table. You know, you have the best way to get out of that situation as quickly as possible.
Yep.
You got to prepare yourself for those kinds of things in
Right.
this kind of situation.
Right. And if a mask drops down in front of you, you have to help the person next to you first. Or no, you have to fix yourself first and then help the person next to
help
you.
yourself and then help the person
next
sitting
to you.
next to you. You
Yep.
don't want to pass out
Yep.
while helping them. Then both of you are done for.
Right, exactly.
So it's make sure that is in your knowledge for this upcoming Thanksgiving. Next, for as far as tips go, just forget English.
Yeah.
Just forget it entirely. Don't like learn another language. Just forget how to speak.
Right.
It's going to make your life so much easier because conversation will not be able to happen.
Right. And it'd be a lot harder for them to keep asking questions. They'll get bored with you and they'll move on to your siblings instead and then start drilling them instead.
Exactly.
The ones that know English. That makes sense.
It's a really good tactic, and the family's not going to see it coming.
No.
It's one of those. It's sneaky, and that's the best thing about it is no one's going to expect it.
Right. Or on the side of forgetting English and you're taking a foreign language at school, say this is for a project and you're saying, hey, I have to speak in this language for however many months you need to do it. And so that's all you can speak. And then they'll just get tired of you and they won't use Google Translate because you're not worth it apparently.
Yeah, that felt like that came from someplace real. Zach.
I'm fluent in Google Translate. That's about it.
Yeah, you speak a little Spanish.
A little bit.
I speak English and not very well.
Right.
So
that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
In front of you people.
it's a learning experience for both of us.
Right, exactly. And the next tip would be getting a tiny earpiece. You can't have like the ones that hang down or anything. They have to be wireless.
Yes.
And so you can play whatever you want in your ear, being a podcast, Two Dudes in a Room, sports, anything, maybe Netflix if it can play while you shut it off or have it going. And so what you need to do, and this is key, is you just need to nod the entire time.
Just when conversation is going on, you just look like you're engaged. Whoever's mouth is moving, look them dead in the eyes and just nod.
Yep.
That's I've done that in school actually. You know, you do the little trick where you have sleeves and then you take little earbuds and you put them here, and then you've got the R-band with the iPod on it, and you just do this. You do this number, and you just follow the teacher and just like kind of nod your head, and it really works.
Can I tell you about one lame thing that I purchased? It was when I was younger, but it was a hoodie, but it also had speakers
I totally
in the
had,
hoodie.
I had
Did
one
you
of
really?
I maybe not speakers in the hoodie, but I had one with the little drawstrings that turned into earbuds.
So I would just be in class with my hood up, just like listening to it, and they'd be like, it's just cold in here, that's all. So you can purchase a hood with speakers in it, and it'll be the same thing. You're just going through like an emo phase.
Yeah, I mean, a little late, I suppose, but you know, you do you.
Yeah.
It's your life. Live
It
it how
is.
you want.
Exactly.
My next tip is hide and go leave.
Yeah. Hide and go leave.
So it's a game you can play with your family, preferably done at the dinner table, where the food has been prepared. It's sitting in front of you, and you say, "Hey, let's play a game of hide and go leave," and you begin to grab as much food as you can that is sitting in front of you. If you have a purse, you put it in there. A satchel, you just put it in there.
Yeah.
If you just have your pockets, just stuff turkey in your pockets, and you get up and you leave.
Yep.
And don't come back.
Right.
You've got your food, and
You're good to go. That's all you need, really.
that's what Thanksgiving's about.
Absolutely. About bringing food together and leaving with without your family.
I'm particularly fond of this one because all these other ones are like actually you have to interact. Like there's some form of interaction with the family that needs to occur with the rest of them. This one you just get what you came for and you head on out.
Yep.
It's just pack up and leave.
Right, and if your family's not familiar with hide and go leave, then you do hide and seek with the kids, and so you get in your car and go while they're trying to look for you, and you say you're just a pro at hide and seek.
Yeah, there's a lot of good movies coming out this Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to go to a movie,
Right.
Go to the mall. I mean, I wouldn't recommend the mall unless you're big into Black Friday shopping.
Can't say I am.
Me neither.
Right.
That's not my game. But you get up and you head out, and it's
hide and go leave.
It's beautiful.
If there's any leftovers, then take those as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those are all the tips we have for you guys. If you want to contact us, go ahead and do so. You can go to our email, which is dudesintheroom2@gmail.com. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube are all 2 dudes in a room, but Twitter's, has got that numeral on it, because that's how Twitter works.
Yeah.
So if you want to contact us, please do so. Tweet at us. Go watch our YouTube videos. We do more than just this. We have an audio podcast that we do, so that doesn't have video with it, obviously, but it's funny and they're very entertaining. We've been told. So if you wanna go check those out, please do so. Until next time, I guess this has been 2 Dudes in a Room.
2 Dudes in a Room.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.